Hello, welcome. I am Scrumpy, and this is episode 33 of our Let's Play as King Alfred. Thank you so much for joining me. What a lovely sight. What a sight to see the Kingdom of England. Yeah, okay, so we've got a bit of East Anglia here to deal with and a bit of Chester. We'll deal with that. We want to hold a grand tournament. I think we'll do a little bit of carousing. We could end this series, we could wrap this series up at any point from now on because we've kind of met our goal. Other than it would be sort of sweet to get maybe Chester or get these two counties. There is a major, and I mean major, revolt going on at the moment. So the Norse guy here is revolting against King Barid, who became a Catholic. So the Norse aren't liking it. I think him and his wife are a lovely couple. He's got an amazing bit of facial hair going on. They've got a lot going on here. They've got a revolt they're facing. Yeah. Goodness. So I think he's a good chance he's going to lose. And if he does lose and the Norse come back into Norfolk, then we will be able to go for a holy war against them. It's kind of tempted to do that straight away. But first of all, we are going to hold a grand tournament. Click. Click. I have sent forth messengers around the realm to spread the word that a grand tournament is to be held. The tournament will begin soon. So a grand tournament you can do once in a lifetime. Once in a lifetime of a king. Oh goodness, so in the meantime, sorry, there's a load of... the defensive pact is falling apart against me. So off camera, I hope you don't mind, I did a few little guardianship things, because we had a few heirs that were coming of age that we need to get ready. So I've been popping this good mare as a guardian for a couple of people, and indeed my son, because their Midas touched, and these guys are 15, so they'll come of age this year, and I'd love them to get a level. This guy's a dwarf. Cool. I mean, I love dwarfs, but I don't think I've seen that many. This unfortunate character was born a dwarf. He's a gluttonous, deceitful dwarf. It's cool to see something different. So he's going to be an important Earl of mine, and I'd like his stewardship to be a lot higher. So I'd like him to get a level 4 education trait. Cool. I've also been inviting... heir to the Duchy of Mercia has joined my cause, interestingly. Oh, well, hello. I invited her because I thought she was a good Anglo-Saxon girl. She's actually the heir to the Duchy of Mercia. So again, I think it's worth marrying her to somebody. What I could do, I'm just going to pause the game a sec, is I could perhaps marry her to... I'm sorry for taking a moment to think about this, but I could marry her perhaps to one of my sons. And then my son would eventually inherit... Well, their children could potentially inherit Mercia directly. She's pretty useless. Yeah, I just kind of like the idea of that. Equally, what I'd be doing is giving I'd be giving potentially one of my children's children that's not me a direct. I'd be giving them a direct claim on my own throne. So maybe that's not such a hot idea. Let's marry her to a nobody. Yes, that's the right way of doing it. There's a nice German here. She's Anglo-Saxon. He's German. He wants to get married. He has no claims. Come aboard, sir. Come aboard. We'll have it matrilineally. You get married, my dear. I've also brought this girl across because she's quick. She's a great martial girl. She's 16. I'd quite like to marry her to one of my... Has my son got a son yet? He does. But he's only 0. Yeah, so what I want to do is just pop to my court a second, everybody. I hope you don't mind. And just pop into the court and say, right, which of my men who are not in prison, are not married, and are adults? See, I've got Sigrid here. He would make a very good... I'd like to get him married off to this quick girl. Yes, that's the right thing to do, I think. She's also an organizer. Goodness, what a great trait. So out of that, alright, or one of my other sons. He's 13. I could marry her, but yeah. No. We're going to get these two wed. There we go. Anyone else want to get married while we're at it? Any other marriages, hey? Oswin? Come on, let's get you, Oswin, you're an Anglo-Saxon boy. Let's marry you off to anybody, really. Who've we got? It's all Anglo-Saxon girls these days. Hungifu. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Well, sorry for that distraction, troops. A little bit more guardianship going on. Some more people joining the pact, some people leaving the pact. That's a right mess here, isn't it? Various people joining and leading the pacts. Defensive pacts. Oh, all I achieved there was I sent... I really blew that up, didn't I? So I got this girl into my court where she could be safe, and then I went and married her off to a count. What I should have done was married off to a nobody. That's a real mistake. Never mind. Chin up. I don't think we'll play this one for that much longer, troops, because we've really got close to achieving what we set out to do. I want that grand tournament to happen. I'd like to do some cruising while we're waiting, but we probably can't do any cruising while we are. No, because we are... Oh, I could. Yes. Let's do some cruising. It is time to let the tournament begin, and for the next 2 months, let all show their martial brilliance. This is the time. Well, that's great news. Lovely jubbly. Very pleasing. Let's do a bit more carousing. Let's get this party going. Carouse. I love to carouse. Or carouse. Not quite sure. I'd love it if this boy would come of age so he could come and join the party. You are coming in. This bit, there's a lot of clicking here. Sorry, everybody. Click, clickety, click, click, click. But we've got to get everybody in. I want everybody on board. Everybody that can join us at this party. I want a whopper of a party. We'll follow up the grand tournament with a private dinner at my gaff, and let the games begin. Oh, come on, everybody, get in on this. Get a piece of this. So, my Duchess cannot join me for merrymaking, but she thanks me for her kind invitation. Duchess, there's so many things we could have done with you. She doesn't know what she's missing. Ooh. Oh dear, the Earl of Kent doesn't wish to join us. I'm getting too old for parties, boy. Sir, we're both getting old, aren't we? I'm 43. My liege, your guest, Earl Edmund of Worcester, has tragically been maimed during the tournament. Goodness, the Earl of Worcester. He's maimed and depressed. He's also a genius, mind you. Most unfortunate. Yes, it is indeed. Most unfortunate. Dear liege, of course I will come feast with you. I will bring my best appetite for revelry. Yours, Earl, Ealdwood of Sussex. This should be fun. Absolutely. Oh, Mayor of Scarborough's in, as is the Bishop of Sherborne. Get in there, as is Bishop of St. Peter's. Mayor of Preston says no. Earl Hasten of Wiltshire says no. Bishop of Furness says yes. Bishop of Linford, oh goodness. There's a bunch of people coming and a bunch of people not coming. Get in there. I'd say it's sort of 50-50. Should still be good numbers. My liege, your guest, Ulfstal, has been tragically wounded during the tournament. The Spymaster of Oxford. Wow, he's got a great haircut. Look at that. Is that a sweatband for a haircut? Most unfortunate. You know, in these grand tournaments, people get hurt. It's the way of it. How are you doing in your fight, Rebel? 76%. It's a good chance you'll win. My liege, Burkhead, has been tragically wounded. The Chancellor of Wiltshire and the Commander of Wiltshire. Most unfortunate, I say. I love looking at England. Look at it. Glorious. Oh, I have a new Duke. The Duke, pause, Aethwald II has inherited the Duchy of Northumbria and other titles. So this is the guy that, oh no, this is the guy that loved me because I gave him a duchy. He died young, age 37. He was content as well. How is his son? His 2-year-old son is useless. His regent's pretty good. Oh dear boy. Dear, dear. That's a shame. What a pity. What a pity. Eadwig thought his way to the 3rd place in my ground tournament. This is the heir of the bishopric of St. Cuthbert. He's a useless marshalman. How did you get in there? I have no idea how he did that. Well done, sir. Who has 2nd? When I introduced my friend to Earl Seward, I had high hopes. I hoped they would become fast friends so we could spend time together, the 3 of us. And they had a great time together. I gained some prestige. Sieghelm's bravery won him 2nd place in my grand tournament. He's a skilled tactician. Personal combat skill +1. Stuart of Lindsay. Very good. Well done, sir. A most valiant performance. And Oswin of Tottenham, has been crowned the winner of my grand tournament. I thought I might win it, to be honest, but yeah, he's done all right. Boy, done good. Skilled tactician. Well done, Oswin. Very good, sir. He truly deserves it. The tournament is over, and now it is time to bask in the glory. A glorious event. All opinion by 5. So your combatants enjoyed the tournament, increasing opinion by 5 for 5 years. That's fascinating, isn't it? Oh, this guy likes me. I just click randomly on Eep, and this guy likes me because he's homosexual. And I'm gregarious, a socializer. Right. So, do these guys like me more because we've had a grand tournament? No, you didn't attend. How upsetting. Come on then. Come on then, you Norse. I'm ready to take you on when the moment comes. I think we're doing a bit of private feasting. I do believe. We are quite well loved at the moment. Across the areas. Raiders arrived in Cumberland. And my Marshal has initiated a massive recruitment drive in Wessex. Well done, Marshal. There's a big old pact opposing me at the moment. Goodness. I think the whole of sort of Britannia is looking at England and thinking, my God, he's big and powerful. Indeed I am, boys. Indeed I am, sir. Quite happy with what everyone's doing. We're still trying to proselytise in York. We should be, that's good. Improving relations in Middlesex. I know why we're doing that, because we've got a a bishop there that we want to coerce. Influence, sorry, persuade. Now, I suspect I can't do this because... No, I might... Am I carousing or not? I think I'm meant to be carousing right now. Let the carousing begin. Oh. You've arrived up here, have you? There's no levy to raise here. It's being wrecked. However, my levies in York are sizable. And in Lindsay, they are not mine. I have no levy here yet. Let's raise up some troops in these areas. Where is Lindsay? So between these two, we should be able to out punch them. To Durham, and then we'll hit them once we've got a bit of morale. Downed raiders. Come on, let's get this private feast underway. Goodness, there's a right old pact against us. Oh, this guy wants to kill my my spy master. Stop your plot, boy. Let's have a little look at the plots while we're at it. Anyone here willing to end their plots? Yes, you're willing to end your plot now. Stop trying to kill my wife, you rotters. I could ransom... I could ransom him back. He's a nobody now. I could ransom him back. 10 gold. Or I could keep him in... No, I'm going to keep him in the dungeons for a bit. Okay. We'll be ready to strike the Viking raiders. I'm waiting for the carousing to begin. Aha! Also, Norfolk is now Norse. So we will be able to do a holy war on them in a minute. I'd love to do my carousing first. To the great King Alfred, peace be with you. Demand is just. My scheming, the leader of the Lotharingian revolt, was obviously misdirected. Indeed it was. Right, we're going to wrap this episode up here. When we come back, we will have this feast that I have arranged. It's time to let the carousing and merriment begin. Let's get it started. Pause. I think it is time to stop. Guys, I'll see you in the next episode. We'll be carousing, we'll be then driving out these Vikings, and then we will be holy warring against Norfolk and Suffolk, I think. See you next time, everybody. Thanks, bye.